Just looks like we hate each other.
Social distancing.
So we're totally socially distancing today. Really, it's to make myself look taller. Today.
Hang on.
Oh no, he's got me a step. Now my head comes off.
Oh, we can bit.
Okay. Today we're working on the overhead cabinets. We're going to have some over our bed, we're going to have some over the girls' passenger seats, and then we're going to have some over the kitchen. So they're the three things that we're working on today. Aren't we, Pickle? You want to come up?
Little one just turned up.
I'll say.
Oh. Mummy.
Yeah.
Mummy.
Oh, this intro is going well.
Pardon? Hey, cheese. You talk and I'll dance.
You dance.
Can you do it?
Yeah,
Can you do it while I'm being silly?
Yes,
Come on.
Yeah, so the overhead cabinets are going to be made out of the same aluminium extrusions we've used for the other furniture. They need a little bit of careful geometry so they fit in with the roof line as best we can. But I think we've got a good solution for that, so I'll show you the progress. We're putting in overhead cabinets above the kitchen area here, and then above the passenger seat on that side, and then you can't see it, but above the bed over that side. The geometry of the roof is pretty much the same from about here backwards. So I spent some time working out what that geometry is, and so this frame sits with this beam flat to the floor and the vertical beam kind of perpendicular to the floor, and then this at a slight angle. Obviously that's more of an angle. So we can use a number of these frames in slightly different configurations to make our overhead cabinets. So this one you can just see has got a cutout here, and that's because I'm going to attach this rail, let me show you, attach this cabinet to these wooden supports and onto the wall. So on here I want the top rail to actually extend past the end of the cabinet so we can screw it into this support here. I'm going to add a mid-support frame here, although I need to make some extra cutouts so that my beams can run all the way across the van from sort of here all the way down to that frame. So one feature of making all my own brackets is I've got a whole load of holes to drill. I decided to make a batch of 50 brackets that should try and keep me going for a little while. So here we have 59 brackets. Don't ask me why it's 59, I thought I'd only done 50, but there you go, can't count. Anyway, pretty simple. And they should do and keep us going for a little while, hopefully for all these overhead cabinets. Cabinet frame, the one that's going to the kitchen. While I was filming the last section, I spotted a deliberate mistake. This is the front face of the cabinet. And the idea is that any faces are going to have a flat edge, but here I've got the groove, which means I put this top rail in 90 degrees out, which normally wouldn't be a problem, except to just drill a hole in it. So I'm going to have to cut a new one of these to slide it in, which isn't the end of the world, and then this I'll be able to use elsewhere, where either it doesn't matter if there's a hole in it, or where I've chopped it down, and I'll just chop that bit. So, slightly annoying that I wasn't paying attention, but it's no problem to fix. Yesterday I started working up a bigger frame for the cupboards on this side because they can be a bit bigger, but I was tired, wasn't paying attention and made a couple of mistakes. So there's no room for the cable in this, and I don't know if I got the size right, so I'm going to go back, remake this frame, make sure it's right, and then I can use this as a template for all the others. Yeah, so that'll work here as well, but as we come a bit further forward, the roof starts dropping down here, so I need to kind of pick a point where the cupboard's going to stop and build a shorter frame there to give us as much cupboard space as we can, because we need the storage.
Okay, so we've got one of our cabinets just jacked up against the wall here, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out this last little bit. So we're trying to figure out what angle to bring this at, just to make the end of our cabinet, and how to sort out the bottom of it. The previous owners made a little bit of a mess of this area here, so we need to figure out how to get around that. And then we'll be able to put it all together, put some roof nuts in and screw it to the wall.
Okay, so here we can see the finished overhead cabinet of the passenger seats in the back. That took quite a lot of time to get this section here sorted. Let me try and show you a bit of the detail. So this front section here is quite complicated because we've got a change of curve there and there, as we saw before, but also on the back, if you have a look, we had to accommodate for the van coming in there. So it just took a lot of time, a bit of effort, just to get all of these the right length and the right angle and the angle brackets right. This bar at the top's just loose at the minute. Next step is to drill some holes. I need to come up with the way of attaching this to the wall of the van with the roof nuts. I think I'm going to just drill holes through here and then put roof nuts in. I think that's how I'm going to do it. The other option is to put some more angle brackets in and then go through like that. So I've drilled the frame in the positions I want to mount it to the wall. Then I've used my drill through these holes just to mark on the wall where my rivets are going to go. Now I can take the frame down, drill out the holes, put the rivets in and bolt it up into place.
So it's quite late, but we've achieved it. It's nearly 8 o'clock, but we've got the cupboard rails up. This is the unit above the kitchen. It's going to have our plates and things in. And Ian's going to be doing all the cooking because I can't reach.
Yeah, I mean, Jenny's not very tall. We're a bit limited. I have to be careful that I can actually get at the sink without headbutting this.
I'm not doing the washing up. That's not fair.
Pardon?
What? I'm not doing the washing up.
Oh yeah.
Just because I'm small.
Okay. Yeah, so these cabinets have worked really well. They're very sturdily attached to the van now. You probably see there's a bunch of fasteners. No, you probably can't see. A bunch of fasteners into rivets in the steel body. These will all end up coming off again at some point when we carpet line, so we can make sure we get some insulation layer and a thermal break between the steel of the van body and the aluminium of the cabinets, because otherwise you'll get a nice big cold sink and they will absorb the cold from the outside of the van and bring it into the van. So, but that needs doing all round.
Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.
Cheers. Bye.